guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do an updated beauty room tour. Now this is going to kind of be a beauty room tour slash makeup collection. I don't go into detail on each item, but kind of just the run through of it, we'll say. And if there is something specific you do want to see more in detail, I can absolutely do that in the future. I just thought I would share this with you guys. Now, hindsight, looking back at it now, I wanted to share this too because I think it's a good way to show you why I do things a certain way, why things are stored a certain way, especially if you're someone maybe considering wanting to film as well, and maybe YouTube or something like that. And so I hope you guys really enjoy this, but this is also my office area too. And so you're gonna kind of see it's a mix. It's not just a beauty room, but this is where all the magic happens. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoy this. Thank you so much for watching as always.
So let's start over here with, like, I think what everyone wants to know more so is the makeup, which I agree. But over here, I have two bookcases actually, and one's on this side of this end table, two over on this side. But let's start over on this one. On top there, I have the La Petite Maison. And you know, I'm not really, yeah, anyway. But I got that from Too Faced, of course, for their Christmas collection. And actually the palette is in there as well, but I wanted it here mostly. Sorry about the fan, but for just for decor. But the palette's there as well. And on my first shelf, I have the peanut butter and jelly palette in a little like acrylic case that I love, and I keep all of my melted lipsticks in there as well. Then it goes down to my palettes on one side, and there's some on the other side as well. I will link below, although it has grown a little bit, but most of them are there. I did an entire palette collection in itself, in its own video, and I will link that below, and I go through all of them. I don't swatch them, but open them up so you can kind of see them a little bit more in detail. So palettes here, kind of line them up like books. I see it a lot where people are like, I don't know how to store them. They're so big, they don't fit in acrylic cases. A lot of them don't. And I think it's a really cool way to do it, kind of like a bookshelf, because then you can still get to everything, slide it in and out, and you still have it on display too, and things aren't getting hidden and you never use it, you know what I mean? Then below I have some like beauty wedges, like the sponges, and some cotton swabs, and they're in those little glass jars. You can find those like anywhere, guys, like Walmart even, or Ross Home Goods. Down below on the bottom one there, I have some dry shampoos. I have the Patricia Paytas books. I have a little place in my heart for her, even though she's a little cray. And on the bottom there, I really don't have anything. I have like an e.l.f. palette that is very old. I don't really touch it. That's just being honest. Anyway, so that's the one side here. And then going along, so this is in our loft area, and the half wall is right here behind us, which actually has worked to my benefit, but that's why you're seeing the fan. That's actually in our living room, but the ceilings are so high anyway. So this half wall here, I put some stuff on too. And by the way, this may look familiar to you, like this, because this is the way I usually sit, with this being my background. And it's kind of worked though, by having that half wall, you can use it to put stuff on. But yeah, so that's the angle we're at right here. I got this at Home Goods. I have all my lipsticks here. Most, not all of them, but most of these are high-end. The Milani ones are not, but I still think they're pretty. So I have all my lipsticks here, liquid lipsticks as well, lip tints, lipsticks, but I have another area too that just aren't the high-end ones. I have a candle here. I have another one of those like motivational frames. I love them. I have them like throughout my whole house. And then down here is where most of my like everyday makeup is, on the top of this acrylic case that kind of cascades up. This was from Amazon, by the way, and it is a nail polish rack, but I've used it for this. But yeah, you can totally search them, and if I can find it, I'll link it below, but that it totally works. So on the top shelf there is mostly my primers, and I have a kind of select few of them, and I have a BB cream there too. Don't ask me why, it just kind of got there. And on the second one down, I have my color correcting palette from NYX, the Naked Flush palette, which I kind of keep those kinds of palettes, not with my like eyeshadow palettes, I guess. I don't know, just I like the way it looks. And I have the Champagne Glow palette back there behind the Hourglass, ambient lighting powder. I'm just gonna kind of go through it kind of quick for you guys. I have a Chocolate Soleil Too Faced powder, a Milani blush. I have an Hourglass blush, it's my all-time favorite one. It is the Mood Exposure. I love it, love, love. I have a couple gel liners, a Makeup Forever cream blush. Guys, this is nostalgic right here. This is nostalgic. It's a little dusty. This is the Iridescent Pressed Powder by MAC. And guys, it is in the color Delightful. I got this maybe, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago. Not even kidding. Like, it is so old, but now I just keep it because I do. I don't even think you can get it. I'm not sure. I have the YSL Perfecting Blur. One of my recent purchases for Makeup Forever. And then I also have the Naked Basics palettes here, 1 and 2 behind that. These little trios from Kat Von D. I have the Laura Mercier Highlight 01 powder. This NARS Dual Intensity eyeshadow, which I do have the NARS Dual Intensity eyeshadow palette, which actually does have this color, but got me an extra here. And then I have some eyeshadow singles here. By the way, this one from Urban Decay in Lounge, it's like an oil spill color, and I love it. Very pretty. So that's that area. On that acrylic case. Then in this one is all of my like foundations or BB creams and brushes mostly. I have some bobby pins, I have a lip balm, I also have the MAC paint pot in there, my beauty blenders. This is kind of what I grab for definitely daily for sure. And I also keep, I know it's kind of weird, you might not be able to see them, I don't know, but my lashes that I've used, and they're still usable, but they have been used at least once, and I put them in the little sections there. It looks like little spiders. Next to that, I have a brush set from Sephora, and I just keep it in its little like trifold type thing. Those little white 3-piece sheer cover is from Proactive. Well, it's from Sheer Cover, but by Proactive, and it's their like conceal powder bronze set. I really like it. It's really good for a true like light day. I have the Brow Envy right next to it. I grabbed for it a lot, so it just has now stayed out. Now these cases here, I don't know if this has actually changed all that much from my last one. I think I've kept it pretty much the same, but let me kind of go through it quickly. I have my concealers all in here, all my mascaras, eyeliners, lip liners, lip glosses, which you'll see, this is like all of my lip glosses. I really don't have a ton, or at least I don't think I do. I'm not a huge fan of lip gloss, so I like it sometimes, but I don't need a lot because my eye does not go to them. I like more of the matte color, matte finish. I have my eyebrow products in here, which I used to put the Brow Envy in, but I just leave it out now because I grab for it all the time. I have all these up here are samples of perfumes that I've collected over time, and some argan oils. This stuff is like so underrated. I really like this actually, and it's their Clinique Pore Refining Solutions Stay Matte Hydrator. And this works so well as a primer, and it really does help keep you matte, and you can use it with makeup or without, but I feel like nobody talks about this, including myself. I've been using some other primers, but this is a really, really good one. I don't know if it's technically supposed to be a primer or more of just a moisturizer, but I've used it as that and I love it. Some setting sprays, the MAC Fix Plus, the Urban Decay setting spray. This is new and I really like this, guys. This is the Moisture Lock by Milani, and it's this oil. It's a weird applicator. It's so big, but it's like an oil. And I like to use this at night, like just for going to bed and to hydrate my lips. Love this. Ben Nye banana powder, more samples of perfume, some other like samples to still test out. This has my eyeshadow primers that I don't use often. This is the glitter glue from Too Faced, the Urban Decay primer potions, and I use the paint pot mostly from MAC, so that's out by my like foundations and stuff. And in here I have actually a few more primers that I haven't gotten to yet, and it's the Becca, and then actually a Giorgio Armani, which I do really like, foundation sample. These are some overstock items that I just don't grab for often, but I do like them. It's Milani blush, a Ben Nye bronzer, and a Physicians Formula blush. This is a Tarte bronzer. In here again, more kind of overstock. This is the Laguna with highlight from NARS. I usually grab my contour kit or the little black book of bronzers over it. And a Sephora blush and Orgasm from NARS for blush. These are all of my eyeliners as well, but these are all like colored ones, or the like jumbo NYX crayons and that kind of thing. So I have them right next to each other technically, but one's all the black or brown, and then these are the colored. In here, I have again more overstock. This Dior fluid stick, absolutely love, but I actually already have it. And so this is like a backup one I have not opened. This is old. This is the Fit Me Shine Free Foundation Stick from Maybelline, I believe. Yeah, Maybelline. And I used to use this as a cream contour. Because Physicians Formula powder I haven't used yet. I have my Becca Champagne Pop highlight, which I absolutely love. I've just been grabbing the Champagne Glow palette instead because it has it in there and it's just out. So it's not like this is forgotten. It's just used elsewhere. And then I have some of my brushes that are like, I love this, I use all the time, the Kat Von D Shade Light Brush. Absolutely love it, one of my favorites. But I leave these ones in here that are like dual ended because I don't want one side to get like smashed and stuff. So that's why those are in there. Some of my eyeshadow brushes as well that are from like the Naked palettes, and they're double-sided as well. So that's that area. So if you come below here, there's actually a shelf unit in here that actually goes back the entire way, which is nice. And I actually have a lot of my stuff in here that really does not show up on camera. See, here's the thing. If this was your true beauty room for not filming and doing, you know, videos and that kind of thing, but you're truly your room, I would probably have this a little organized differently or a little neater, but this is kind of slash my beauty room slash office, and so that's kind of how I look at it. And I keep a lot of stuff in here that doesn't really pick up on camera. You don't really see it, but it's just easy and quick for me to grab. So just kind of saying, throwing that out there. But I do have this. This is actually a spice organizer, and it goes up 3 ways. And it just keeps a lot of my overstock stuff as well, or powders or things that are too big to actually fit. I have a lot of also samples and baby wipes for just wiping my hands off. And this is stuff I'll grab really quick, like when I'm filming, and you don't really see it though, I guess, if that makes sense. Just some extra acrylic casing as well, and again, mostly sample size stuff. I have a lighter for the candle. Also, good tip for a lighter, have a lighter nearby too if you're working with pencil eyeliners. Sometimes they can get very dry, and if you just go over it real quick with the flame, it'll like loosen it up. Just saying. But yeah, so that's that area. And then on the floor here, you know, this is like, you wouldn't know this was ever here, but I just keep I used to have a little white Christmas tree in my area for filming back during the holidays, and now I just kind of keep, I know it's not really pretty, but I just keep it underneath there because it's out of sight, out of mind, and it's stored in the box, and it's a little one. I also have another box over here that's actually from that sheer cover set from Proactive, and it's empty completely, but I just kept it because I thought it would be a good box to do like a giveaway in, potentially, you know, to send something off. By the way, I probably will be doing another one soon. Anyway. So moving on to this side over here, and don't just forgive my dead plant. I tried, but I still keep it because my friend gave it to me for my 30th birthday, and I killed it, but I still want it. So anyway, moving on. I have up here also from Too Faced, from their holiday collection, the Le Grand Chateau piece, and the palettes in that one actually are not in there. Those are pulled out, but I just have it for decor. And then I also have this top shelf is all, again, palettes. And same with the second one is more palettes. So I have a pretty good amount of palettes on each side. I have another like frame motivational quote. I love them. I just do. And I have some body sprays, a couple books, and then on the very bottom some hairsprays, alcohol for like sterilizing stuff, that kind of thing. Again, as you'll notice, as the things get lower to the ground, it gets a little messier because it's just not stuff that's showing on camera for me. But that's the truth. This is all behind the scenes, right? In this corner, it looks kind of silly because it's like, why is there this big gap? And I will say I hate it. I really do. But what I do with this area is I'll put my lighting in it. Like if I'm not using them when I'm done filming, if I do use artificial light, which I have not been doing, even today I'm not, and it's just moved aside, but I'll store it back here as well as my camera on the tripod back here. So it does work for me, even though it's not very cute. And that's have the cord on the bottom for my charger for the camera. I also keep my travel makeup bag down there too. So it's kind of a storage area. It's kind of an ugly area because it's like, what is that? But it works for me, and it keeps, like, these are what I want to show in like the video as the background. And if I had this moved over all the way to the side, it would just cut off the wrong angle. Guys, trust me, I have tried so many different ways in here. Anyway, but that's why there's that gap. Otherwise you'd be like, why do you have that? I don't know. So then moving on from that corner, I have some just decal pieces. Those I think were up on the last one as well. And then we go into another end table here. Again, I will link everything if I can find it, furniture pieces and that kind of thing. Most of this stuff came from Walmart.com or IKEA. So anyway, I have a few acrylic pieces up here. One on the right there that's stacked is, again, more samples of things that I haven't tried yet. In the middle there is my remote for my camera and a little thing of hair ties. That's also the 3 little piece storage is also for jewelry and stuff. I have my mirror that I will move to film, like when I need to see what I'm doing. Over here stored when I'm not filming. And people say hi. And then over here again is that 3-piece organizer. Let me zoom you in a little bit. It's actually like a spice rack, and I really like this. My mom got these for me at Target, and I've been using them now to put like my pigments on. And again, like I said, I had more lipsticks. These are where they mostly are, and these are more of my like drugstore ones, at least mostly, which I still love. And then I have this frame back here, think outside the box, get it, because it's cut off. I like it. I'm a nerd. This is actually, even all these are not even full, but I have some more beauty blenders. I have my lashes. I have nothing. I have actually back there too some more brushes, but they're not my like go-to ones, so just extra. I have more like lotions and nail polish remover and that kind of stuff here, and Q-tips, because God knows I need my Q-tips. On the bottom there I have just some overstock on the left there of candles that I haven't used yet, and these 2 blue baskets. You're probably like, what is the one on the left? And that's actually my empties baskets for my monthly empties. So I just store it in here, and then in this basket here I keep like my hair tools and stuff. Because I do keep a lot of stuff still in the bathroom area, but if I'm gonna really like style my hair or anything, I usually do it out here, just because I hate being in the bathroom, and now I'm like so spoiled on sitting and doing stuff. Anyway, I also have some left overstock of Kirkland makeup remover wipes, which I do really like. So that's this area, and then if you go up, it'll go into more decor pieces essentially, and this was on my last one. And a lot of people will ask, like, what do I do with the case, like the box that stuff comes in? I don't want to get rid of it, but I don't know what to do with it. And at the end of the day, is it really necessary to keep it, or is it really just clutter? And it probably is just clutter and not necessary. But if you do have space or you do have shelving, this is what I do with it. These are all empty. All the palettes are actually in the cabinets or the bookcases like you saw, but I keep a lot of the packaging, especially if it's cute packaging, up here, and it's just decor. And then in this shelving unit I keep the Jaclyn Hill one has her own little box, and my perfumes. But I keep actually like my higher end perfumes and not like body sprays and stuff. And on this left side is all Britney, basically. Yeah. And then below that, it goes into, I'm gonna call this more of my office area maybe. And this is, these two stackable cubes that I have are more of truly like what I use for not makeup, but whether it's my Erin Condren planner for like plan with me's, and some crosswords, yeah, I can't help it, business cards, just kind of overstocked stuff for my desk area, which is over here. And I also have this little carousel of nail polishes, and I really like that. I don't do my nails a whole lot. I get them done, but sometimes my toes. And behind that is this Monopoly Sephora edition. I had to get it. I'm a nerd. It is what it is. And then over here it goes into, we just put that mirror there back before like I moved everything again, and it made more sense before, but now it's kind of just there anyway. But I have my computer. So yeah, I mean, I film basically where I'm standing right now, and then I take it over here and edit. So again, this really is my, you know, office slash beauty room. It's all in one for me, and it works well. And I don't really keep much on my desk at all, just because I hate clutter when I'm trying to get something done. So I just have the keyboard, mouse, and then the cables for my phone to charge or transfer stuff, as well as the cable for this camera. But yeah. And then it goes in, so I have a comfy, it's not really cute, but it's a comfier chair for like, it's an office chair. And then it goes all to these windows, and this is why I'm standing right where I'm actually normally sitting to film. And it's working really well for me because all that natural light is coming in, which is fantastic. Yeah, it's been working for me because I've been really trying not to use lights. I want it to be as close to true color as possible. Anyway, so big windows, have them face at you, not behind you if you are looking to do that as well, and you'll be good to go. Then it goes into over here on this lounge chair, which I actually really love. I really do, and it's really comfy. It's a little warm, so in the summer I don't love it as much, but it is comfy. And sometimes my kiddo will just like lay there and play with his toys while I'm doing stuff, and it works. And then it goes into these other shelves, and I think I got these at Target. And again, these are all empty. There's some lotion. Those aren't empty, but the boxes you'll see is all just decor. It's not with the product in it. And a mirror that's been there for a while. I didn't know what to do with it. And my DVR box, because it also have a TV up there. Now, I kind of moved it for the sake of filming this, so I was like, you know, not like stuck. But this big kind of end table piece is what I move around a lot, in fact, depending on, this is the table like I use for filming, just so I can throw my stuff down real quick and have my surface to work with the mirror and everything. But I can move this around, and that's what I do. And I just got one of these like little tablecloths to kind of throw over it to kind of keep with the theme of black furniture, because it's actually not. It's like a light wood color. And then I have just a little folding chair, which again, you don't really see on camera, but that's what I use to sit on while filming. But that is pretty much it. So I think that's pretty much a full makeup collection. If there's something you want to see more in depth of, I can do that, but I will link all of my, oh look. Let's see if we don't scare him. There's a little bird. Do you see the bird? It's a bird. And he's gone. Link below my specific collections. I have one for my palettes. I have one for just my lipsticks with BH Cosmetics and stuff too. So I mean, I do have some that are just broken down to not such a big like in-depth on one video. But yeah, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I haven't done this in a while. This was actually like one of my very first videos to do a beauty room tour, but it has changed. Again, trying to find the light, that's really why it's changed. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know this setup may not be for everyone, and there's things you would probably change, as would I, but for the sake of what I'm doing, I find that this is working best for me, and I do really like it. By the way, that strip light that kind of goes throughout the whole area, a lot of people ask me about that. I got that, guys, from, and it's really cool because it really lights up like the acrylic cases and stuff at night too. It's cool. But I got that at Amazon, on Amazon, and I want to say it was like 10 or 15 bucks. It was super cheap, and it's just a strip LED light, and there you have it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this. I'm not necessarily the best at filming like true room tours and what have you. I don't want it to be super long-winded, but I know it's It's gonna take a little bit. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, please subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you guys very soon.